This is what you call it philosophy, or religion, or science, name it any way you want. This has to happen in our lives. This truth should be done. That we are one, or all are one. That all includes everything, without any limitations. And we take different forms. And we just have fun. I often say that the whole world, let's talk about the world only. Loka samastavi. So we say, charity begins at home. Eh? Eh? That is right now, here, in this hall, during this retreat. We are a world of our own now. This makes a miniature world, the retreat world. Casa de Maria is our world, and you are all the citizens of this world. And let us feel that we are all made of same stock, in different shapes. This Casa de Maria is a sort of chess board. The board itself is made of wood. Take a log of wood, cut it, one becomes the board, the other pieces become different pawns. They are not different at all. You open the board, put the pawns, make some marks, lines, squares. The minute you put them on, they stand in rows. Black one side, white one side. Then the queen takes up the whole show immediately. I am the queen, I can travel wherever I want. Even the king, you have limitations. I don't think ever the queen went for ERA. Equal right. She is always superior. Even on the chessboard. It's a shame for these girls to go and look for equal right. They are already superior. They simply have to say that we are all girls. Finish it. There's no male member here. Everybody and everything in this universe, in this world, is feminine. Remember that. You go and tell your friends. Yeah, including the people with beard and mustache, they are females. Yes. We are all women. Mother Nature. You are part of the nature, is it not so? If you are part of the nature, you are also Mother Nature then. Where is the Father here? It is the Father that functions through. The invisible consciousness, the awareness is the Father. If the same Father functions in a small molecule or even in a small atom, molecule is bigger than atom, so atom is smaller. Okay. So the atom also has the same Father like your father and my father. And the electron, proton, neutron, all tron, on and on are the formed up ones. where all the women. Patanjali Yoga Sutra beautifully presents that. Patanjali says there is only one Purusha. The Purushan really literally means husband. In India, when you call, where is your Purushan, where is your husband? There is only one Purushan. Everything else is Prakriti. The same Purushan functions in you all, in me, in everything, even here. But the gadget with which the Purushan functions is what you call the bodies. So we all have bodies, and the bodies could be called feminine or created, and they are constantly created and constantly destroyed. The Purushan unchangeable. The Prakriti constantly changing. So, as a male body and female body, both are part of the Prakriti, both constantly change. That means both are the feminine. If you know that, you have equal right. Yeah, something flashed in my mind. Yeah. In the Christian world, when people go on and join the church, the monasteries and convents, you say that they are wedded to Christ. Is it not so? So to all of them, there is only one husband. Huh? Right? Christ is the only husband, and they are all wives of husband, of Christ. There's no nun and monk. They're all wives. Monk you call the males, nun you call the females. It's not so. Why even the difference? Just for the outside differences, that's all. But both are wives of Christ. Without Christ, they are simply nothing. See, in a small way, they recognize that one Purusha and all Prakriti. And in that same sense, all the Christians who got baptized have that Father in them. So all of them are the wives of that one Christ. It's the same essence. They call it Christ. Somebody else calls in different way. So ultimately all the scriptures talk about that. But we don't really go deep into this truth, because that sort of brings problem with our egos. If we really go deep into the truth, we have to lose our ego. And we don't want to. That's the truth. But I still want to save my ego, so I'm not ready to get devoured by that truth. So we'll function in a different level. Why not we have the truth and function without closing our eyes to that? Nobody objects to you functioning the way you want. The only condition is see that your action is not going to disturb somebody. That's all. Let it be all the way fun, joyful thing, a play, a game. Let nobody get hurt. A fight is different from game or play. For that sake, we all took these different forms. Or if you don't want to put it that way, we are all given different forms. We are sent with different makeups. And if that makeup is not enough, we put additional makeups. That's okay, you make up your mind. But remember that all these things are to play the game. And in the chess game, all the pawns are moved by somebody other than the pawns. The pawns themselves do not move. Now you have computer games also. One person can play for 4 people. So there is a big computer somewhere. We have been all programmed. And we are just moving around. And it's just for the fun. Remember that. Let's always remember this. The life is for fun. We are here to play. Don't be serious about all these things. The only serious business is to know that we are playing. That's all. See, there are so many. The Vedas talk a lot about karma kandam. That means actions, rituals, pujas, worships, all kinds of things. So much, so much. The Upanishadic part is very little compared to the 4 big Vedas. So much to do. But at the higher level in the Upanishads, you know what they say? They say, you cannot achieve this by doing anything. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena. What a great saying is that. First you ask the people to do this, that, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, do that, do that. Thousands of don't do, thousands of do. After having done everything, when you go further and they attend the last chapter, you say, you cannot achieve this by doing anything. Sounds like my Kailash trip. I took a very strenuous trip to Mount Kailash, which is in Tibet. 800 miles I walked, foot by foot. 2 months it took. Went up to 19,600 feet without oxygen. Except extra carrying oxygen. There was a little oxygen there. And I even had to take a dip at that height in a small pond, breaking the ice. It was covered with ice like cream on the milk. You simply break it, see the water and dip in and get out. That's part of the ritual. Whoever goes to Mount Kailash to have darshan of God, you have to do that. Test where you are worth living or not. And then he came back and then he asked me, what did you learn by doing this pilgrimage? I said, I learned that it's not very necessary. I could have gotten this by not going there. Last evening, I don't know where he is here, Ish called me. Yeah, he was away for one whole week, vacation, somewhere in the north, Lake Tahoe area. Got caught up in the blizzard, totally tired, and came back and said, Santa Barbara is really beautiful. Huh? To enjoy Santa Barbara well, you had to go to Lake Tahoe and get caught in the blizzard. That's why the pilgrimages are. You do everything, get tired of that, and then at that point, if somebody tells you don't need to do all these things, yeah, otherwise if I say, oh, the truth is very simple, could that be that simple? Don't you think that we have to practice some meditation, concentration, tantric practice? Yeah, that's a new tantric practice. Have you heard of tantric practice? Trick practice. Yeah. Yes, it says, na karmana. Not by doing anything, not by all these charities, not by progeny, not by wealth, not by even medaya, not by the total knowledge of every scriptures. It's mind-boggling sometimes. What is this? The scriptures, should they say so? And that is a little story that you saw in the Yes film. Do you have the film here? You are going to show it. Okay. The Yoga Ecumenical Service film. No, not in that one. It's the integral yoga. You have that Dakshinamurthy, the first. Yeah. 4 great men who studied everything that they could put their hands on, according to your language. There's no more to be learned. They learned everything that is to be learned. நான்மறை ஆரங்கம் முதல் கற்ற கேள்வி வல்லார்கள். All the scriptures, they read it, they heard all the talks, all the lectures, they attended all the retreats. Yes, they did all the mantra japas. They stood for hours and hours on head. They did everything. Still, there's only a big zero. They didn't get really the essence. So they really got tired and they wanted to find somebody to tell them why that they are not getting anything. It is at that point they met the Guru Dakshinamurthy, Lord Shiva in the form of Guru. They went there and sat in front and begged of him. I said, please, there's nothing else. Is there any other book that we should read? We have read all the books, did all the penance, all the rituals, everything is over. We are at our wits' end, you can say. There's nothing more that we could do, but still we have the same old Jacob. We don't seem to be getting anything. And he just smiled at them. Simply raised the hand like this, with chin mudra, and didn't say anything. They just sat there. They became totally still. I don't know for how long. Then they bowed down. Thank you, sir, we got it. And went away. What was that he taught? In simple words, he said, you have been doing many things, now stop doing and be still. Just be still, that's all. Not just sitting, put the body in stillness. Body, sense, mind, everything should be at standstill. It is in that total stillness the truth shines or reveals itself.